Hi everyone in YouTube land. I am here with my two American Girl dolls. This is Molly McIntyre. She's a retired doll and I got her from the American Girl store in 2012, right before she retired. And this is my Melody doll, and so she's still available at American Girl. She is a 1964 doll and she represents the civil rights movement for her story theme. Molly's story theme revolves around World War II and how children were very productive during that time, helping collect scrap metal and doing little things that they could for the soldiers who were serving overseas, because Molly's father was a medical doctor in the war. And so Melody, I haven't gotten through her whole series of books yet, and so I'm anxious to read if there's any mention of the Vietnam War, because I'm a big history buff. I do love when American Girl has historical dolls where you can share their stories, and I feel that it helps children a lot to digest and understand and comprehend difficult times in history. And so instead of avoiding it altogether, I think it's wonderful that American Girl can participate in helping young girls to embrace history. So that way, if their teachers decide that they want to skip over that unit because it's too difficult or too hard, or some teachers feel like they don't have enough time in their schedule or in their curriculum to talk about the civil rights movement, I always think it's good when companies like American Girl can step in and make that part of the character doll. So it makes it easier for children to really love history. And another thing for people who don't want to talk about complex subject matter such as the civil rights movement, just remember that your children will one day have to take AP classes, AP Science, AP Literature, AP Mathematics, and yes, there's also an AP History course, US history as well as world history. And so for those of you who feel like civil rights is too hard to talk to young children about, and you just happen to stumble upon my video, which is apparently made for kids as well as adult collectors, for those of you who might feel like civil rights is too complicated or too harsh, just remember that one day your child will have to take an AP history course, just like they're taking AP math or AP trigonometry or whatever you would have it. And they're going to talk about stuff like that in that history course. And if you think it's complicated at a third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade level, then just imagine what happens when you decide to skip over those units altogether. And then your child somehow finds themselves in a history class where you have advanced thinkers and advanced placement students talking and dissecting speeches and concepts about integration, segregation, the movement, marches, anything that has to do with that time period. And your child is starting from ground zero because you didn't take the time to explain it, or the teachers decided that they didn't have to teach it. So that's going to be extremely difficult. And if you expect your child to get an A in all those AP courses, chances are they'll probably walk away with a C in AP history if no one took the time to explain Melody's story, which revolves around the civil rights movement. So that's why I'm reviewing this outfit, because this outfit is a lesson outfit. It's a school lesson outfit. And some of you are being schooled right now by me as a collector, because not only do I love Melody's story and the concept of the doll, I love this outfit. And so this outfit is a quarter sleeve outfit with the shirt is a quarter sleeve, excuse me, and it is two separate parts. You have the top, which comes separately from the jumper, and the jumper is a nice wool material. Mine tends to buckle and kind of puff out around this area, so I'm not really sure why it's doing that, but I do like the cut of it. It's really cut very nicely. It has two working pockets, so that way if Melody wants to carry some um, I don't know, school supplies, or she wants to carry a pencil or notebook paper, she can easily fold it up and put it in those two pockets. These are not working buttons, these are just for display, but I love how they feel and I love the decoration on them, and they even remind me of tiny little silver bells. So I do like that because it goes with the theme of school. Sometimes you can hear that bell in the background from all of the past school experiences that you've had. Probably of hearing the bells letting you know that it's time to switch classes or change subjects. I do like this velour. It's a ribbon. So it's like a little bow that's already tied for you. And this is a cuff. The velour goes all the way around the edge of the cuff, the collar, I should say. And the collar extends to the back. So for those of you who feel like American Girl does like to skimp around the back part of the outfit, you don't have to worry about that because this collar does go all the way around. And it does look really nice with Melody's hair all flipped in the back. It does come with these ribbons, two beautiful red ribbons, as Rachel Field would call it, turkey neck red, but I think we call it what is it? What is that called? It's like a red apple. I don't know. It's one of those candy apple reds, and it's similar to the ribbon that Molly has in her hair as well. You have to tie these into bows. So I do like that it's not tied for you, because I feel that you can do so much with a bow or with just a plain piece of ribbon. If you wanted to decorate her hair any way that you wanted, you could, and you don't have to mess with that elastic. Sometimes American Girl goes overboard and they like to give you an already tied ribbon with attached to an elastic. And I feel like a lot of parents did complain that their children were having a hard time just tying the bow. But I feel that if you're giving your child a ribbon like this and you expect your child to tie it into a nice, neat bow, that's good practice. I mean, that's really about dexterity. So I think in kindergarten, you have to learn how to pull string through a hole. And so that's an activity that a lot of teachers use to see if they can track students and if they're meeting the benchmark for what you should be able to do in kindergarten. So if you're a parent or if you're a child and you are having problems tying strings or ribbon into bows, that's something that you really want to try to learn how to do before you at least reach first grade. So I think it's a teachable activity. So American Girl really shouldn't enable parents and kids from learning how to do that, because that's something that is a learned activity that students and children should be able to do. Okay, another thing that I'm happy with when it comes to this outfit is that it has tights. And I'm so glad American Girl decided not to listen to so many people who complained about tights, because guess what? Tights are here to stay. And if you're having trouble putting tights on the doll, then maybe you don't need a doll. I don't know. But that's part of growing up. You should be able to know how to put tights on, especially if you're a little girl, because that's just, a developmental skill. These things slide on your feet, so you don't have to worry about the Velcro, the doll's feet. So even though you probably have shoes like this too, these are just basic Mary Janes and they slide on the doll's feet. So you don't have to worry about snagging the tights or anything like that. I really think this outfit is a redeeming quality, that American Girl is trying to make a comeback when it comes to their historical dolls. and the value that they put on some of these outfits. Everyone's not really going to be a fan, and that's okay. If you just don't like this outfit for whatever reason, that's fine. But I really like this outfit. I think it speaks to the times, it speaks to the 1960s. And again, that's just something that has to do with our history. So if you plan on avoiding the whole civil rights movement in the 1960s, then that's your prerogative. You're probably going to struggle a little bit when it comes to high school history, but that's okay. Everyone will have a chance to learn and redeem themselves. But I feel if you do want to learn something about history, you should probably start with Melody's books about the civil rights movement. And, just go ahead and support her collection because she is really a beautiful doll and she has a beautiful line of clothes. So I'm always going to be reviewing these things for American Girl. I feel as long as they come out with historical dolls, I'm always going to support them. But I am going to step away from American Girl for just a little bit, just because I don't understand why they're not doing more for the historical dolls. I feel like Addie's collection hasn't had anything new in a while. Josefina hasn't had anything new in a while. Melody has a dress-up outfit, and there is a review on that outfit online. And I do agree that the concept of the outfit is almost ridiculous. Why does she need two dress-up outfits? She is a student. She is a civil rights advocate. She is a young girl. She doesn't always have to dress up or play dress up. She can think. She's in the choir. I think they even suggested a choir robe for her or some kind of demonstration outfit. At least that's what the reviewer asked American Girl to do. So again, I'm just not really sure what American Girl is doing when it comes to their historical doll line. It feels like they're just not spending a whole lot of time on creating outfits that will go with the girl's stories. So this outfit goes with her story because Melody does go to school. So she would need an outfit to go to school. Melody should also have a school lunch. Where's her school lunch, American Girl? So again, I'm becoming a little disillusioned with American Girl. I want to keep my videos light and airy for anyone who really does want to go out and buy these outfits based off of a good review. But I'm really a little discouraged with American Girl. So I am going to be stepping away from how much I spend with American Girl just because I'm a consumer and consumers can do that. We have the autonomy to support good companies, and we have the autonomy to not support companies that we feel are failing us. So as long as American Girl is doing what they need to do to support their historical dolls and to promote literacy, I'm always going to be an advocate for American Girl. But once they fail to do that, and they continue failing to do that, then I'll probably step away and find something new. All right, guys. Well, again, they're selling this outfit. It's not retired. It's called Melody's School Outfit. It comes in this beautiful box. It comes with ribbon, so don't be afraid to ask someone how to tie a ribbon properly so that you can learn how to do that skill on your own. And I hope that you guys have a great day and a great new year. All right, bye-bye.